Nobody in here. Just talking to myself. Talking to myself. I'll wait for some people to come in here. That way I won't be in here alone. It's a crazy uncle. What's up? Anybody watching? Appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy schedules to come look at me rant about this dumbass show, Daredevil. Stupid. Dumb, diddy dumb show. I've had it up to here with Daredevil. It is. Why did I just waste my time looking at that? Most uninteresting things. Hey, Tay, what's cracking? I'm telling you, it is one of the worst shows I have ever seen. I'm doing great tonight, Tay. How you doing? Sergeant Garatina, Andrew, word up. What's up? Word up. Hey, God. Do not watch this show. This is not Daredevil. This is Don't Devil. Don't watch this show. It's whack. Whack. What's shaking like bacon? Ooh, I don't eat turkey bacon. I don't eat pork. I ain't ate pork since 2007. It's not my thing. Not my thing, y'all. But I'm pissed. Why are we watching this dumb show? That is not Daredevil, dude. That ain't Frank. Man, John Bernthal, he don't even got nappy hair. They didn't put a perm in him. He looks like an upset prince. He looks like Purple Rain. God dang. We got a terrible show, man. It's a terrible show. I'm pissed at this thing. I'm telling you, man, it's like somebody that can't get out the blocks and they're getting ready for track season. And they're ready to go. I think I can. And they can't. They can't, y'all. This is not the show. Why are we tuning in every week to watch Disney? And then make you wait till 6 o'clock at night because it's a devil show. I don't like Ozempic Kingpin. He's not Kingpinning. Pause. We're not, this is not the show it could be or should be. It ain't giving what it needs to give. Look, I can't watch that because Disney Plus killed it, Sin. They killed it. Hey, DK Bones was cracking. Cyfax in the house. Hey, look, man. This show is not. It's not even Disney worthy. It's not. To compare that to Netflix, I bet Netflix is about to laugh. They're probably laughing like they know that quality movie getting. You know, we're not getting the Duracell battery. We're not even getting Energizer. You know, we're getting Kirkland batteries. We're getting Kirkland Daredevil, Kirkland Kingpin. We're not getting the right stuff. We're getting Costco branded. This is not what it needs to be, man. I swear, man. Like it just, gosh, man. And it just feels like, you know what we're getting? I'm taking the gloves off tonight. We're getting blue-balled. We're getting blue-balled shows. This ain't good. I mean, this is, and I heard that the first 2 episodes are holdovers from the season they scrapped. What are we watching here? And to have a little girl come in there and cuss, what is that about? Why was that necessary to have the kid come in there and curse? That doesn't mean the show's badass. What? And where are your parents at? That you could just walk up and say, "Hey, Matt Murdock, what's up, baby?" She damn near hit him up like, "What's up, homie? What's cracking?" She was who banging on him? You banging on bacon? God dang it. It was, man, I'm fuming. You can see fume coming outside of my mouth. Pause. Because of this. This is whack. It's so sad, man. It's hard being a Marvel fan, dude. Because you hanging in there, you say, "Oh man, they're gonna do," like they about to do Wakanda Forever or something, but we don't get it. We get, what kind of show is this? What kind of? I'm just disappointed, y'all. I'm disappointed. I hung in there to watch the full episode. What's the point of watching this? You might as well just fast forward to the last 15 minutes of the show. It's not interesting. You know how whack it is? The Kingpin's wife act like she don't even want to be in the show. And she's a character in the show. She act like she don't want to be there. The best part about the show was Matt Murdock, Matt Murdock's girl with her hair down. And why the hell is she wearing her hair down if her fucking boyfriend is fucking blind? It didn't even matter. And who's going to tell Matt Murdock, hey, that's a blue suit or that's a red suit or this? He's colorblind. He don't know what suit it is. God. And oh boy, the black dude, the trope that they put as the guy in jail, who is brushing his hair and giving him a lineup like that? I mean, his waves was waving. His waves looked like Manhattan Beach, looked like Laguna Beach. It looked like any other beach besides a criminal beach. I mean, he was waving, dude. I remember I used to have a hairline. My hairline was right here, but his hairline was on point, on tack. I mean, he acted like he had a brush. He acted like he had Murray's grease right there and there. And you only stand in a little 5x, you stand in the cell. You ain't got your brush on you. All that stuff got turned in. Somebody tell me how his waves is waving. They doing this. Hey, hey. That's probably the best part of the show was his waves. Man, I'm mad. I'm mad. Quentin's on. How you do? Hey, Quentin, what's cracking? All right. Yeah. Right. Let's see. I like Star Trek, man. I like Star Trek. Don't get me off my rant. I'm on my rant. I'm mad, dude. I'm mad. Damn, I am mad. Rafa Balde in the house. Was cracking. Quentin, got to give it up to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all taking time out of here. Did y'all watch that episode? That was whack, dude. Super duper whack. I'm embarrassed to say I'm a fan, man. I'm embarrassed. That was not what we getting, man. I'm telling you, man, we're not getting the real thing, man. We're getting food with no seasoning, man. Dang, man. Kirkland brand Kingpin, Kirkland brand Daredevil. And what happened to the black dude, Turk? Where's he at? He ain't in the show. God dang it. This is the most mediocre show I have yet to see, man. Super mediocre. There's nothing good about this show. I mean, like, Kingpin ain't Kingpin. He ain't even hooping. He ain't even, man, come on, man. Fat Joe would be a better Kingpin than this dude right now. I told you, man, we getting Ozempic Kingpin, and he acting Ozempic, man. Damn, man, I miss when he was a diabetic, man. God damn it. Can't get good shows. The little girl coming in cursing. She who banging on somebody. You got little J-Lo coming up saying, hey, you did that to my uncle? Did y'all know the dude died? Dude actually died in real life, like back in 2023. That's why they changed up the whole scene, because old boy died. The dude that's playing White Tiger. And I don't know who this dude is. They got to do something at the end where they do some kind of mutilation thing. I told you, man, Disney is on that sick stuff, man. They got your kids in here looking at this stuff, man. It's sick. It's sick. And I'm just telling you. Hey, Ann of the North, what's cracking? Appreciate you coming. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, he's a Fat Joe. Fat Joe will be way better than this. Fat Joe's way skinnier than this, man. God dang, man, the characters aren't charactering. Goodness grief, dude. I'm just, man. You have a better time playing pocket pool than watching this show. God dang, man. Makes me want to take a jerk nap. It's worse. This is awful. We waited around all day to see that crap. And Matt turns into, who the heck is he? He's doing some things where he's Matt Murdock is doing Charlie Brown John. We doing that now? Charlie Brown John from Kill Bill. We doing the thing where we doing it with Charlie Brown John, huh? Charlie Brown John. That's him. What are we doing? That's Kill Bill 1, by the way. Y'all need to check it out. Great movie. Early 2000s, probably when y'all was little. But Uncle was mad. I'm pissed. This is not giving me what I needed to give, man. And I'm sure y'all upset if y'all hung in there and watched this. This ain't giving it. Dang, man. I mean, March Madness is going on, DK Bones, man, but I mean, God dang, man. I mean, that's a pause, putting in work. What's up? Who else got something to say? Who's with me on this? Who is, did y'all see this crap? You put this on the to-don't list. This is not on the to-do list. This is on the to-don't. To-don't. I'm not going to, I'm done with this. Agatha, you know why Agatha has more ratings than this? Because Agatha's a better show. This is not a better show than Agatha. And the nerve of you, Disney. The nerve of you, Disney Plus. You're going to put this on a season 2? Oh my gosh, man. You're going to put this on a season 2 when men are not going to make man glue to this. This is not a man glue thing. I mean, would it hurt you to show a little bit of emotion? Somebody have a scene where they're actually into each other? God dang it. And can I get a kiss? What is going on, man? This has got all kind of like, what in the world going on this? And I don't care that it's March Madness, man, because I got it going on in the background. I'm watching it right there. This just ain't giving what it needs to give, dude. And I think we signed up for a class, man. This is why you're losing. This is why you're losing viewers, Disney Plus. You're losing viewers because you aren't interested. We're not interested in you. You're not. You're not. That thing ain't thanging. Pause. You're just not. Ugh. It's such a. Oh man. God, man. There's no hope for this show. It's hopeless. 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 How is the dude in the dang prison cell? And where did he come from? Just a magical Negro that shows up and he's what? He got to be the one in jail. Hey, man, I needed the sugar cookie, man. Come on, man. And he got what? You ain't got money for sugar cookies, but you got money for the waves? I mean, his waves were on point. And you shaving up? You got a razor? How you get a razor? You've been in jail all the time. 10 days is too much for me, man. Okay. What? God dang, man. If he blink, he disappear, man. Just saying. Golly, man. No, I get kisses. Look. I'm just saying, can they have some intimate scenes in the dang show, man? Some intimate scenes. That's all. They're not gay. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, man. The water is not warm over here. You can be warm over there, but the water ain't warm over here. All right, I ain't warm. You know what I mean? You know, it's hot here, hot. You know, I don't balance in between. You know what I mean? Like, definitely don't cross the streams. If you're a Ghostbuster fan, you know that. Sin, you know what I'm talking about. Sin, you need to be in that show, Daredevil. You got more sin than the goddamn show Daredevil. So whack, super whack, dude. I mean, like, to the ultimate power, dude. What is that? What is that? I just want my eyeballs, dude. I gotta wear eye condoms to see the visual abuse, the visual restraint that I saw. Yeah, I got tiny eyes. I don't know why. I just got tiny eyes. It is a very bad show. Very bad show. There's nothing. Derek is promise he did. He got very, very lucky in his first phase of stuff, and they don't know how to go move on beyond this. They should have let Netflix just scrap this whole thing. Throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash like gas. It needs to be go. Poof, pow, be gone. I mean, you know what would be more cracking if they had Dr. Strange go and say, "Hey, man, what's up?" I mean, God dang, man. Turn this into a cooking show. You can have a kiss with you. Mwah. Pause. I mean, not a pause to you, but like, hey, I'll give you a kiss. No problem. It's no problem at all. Can we get a rating on what? Renaissance Man? I gotta watch that, man. I never heard of that, dude. I probably watched it. Joan Severance. Oh, she was. Look up Joan Severance. Now that was a straight up 8. She's nice and tight. Mwah. I always go for the tall girls, man. The tall girls, they got a little, you know, they can throw it back. This say, you want a kiss too, Tay? Mwah! Hey, there you go. Uncle T will give you a kiss. I mean, hey, I never had a problem kissing girls. They always said my lips is cool, but pause. Well, that's not what this show is about. We're talking about Daredevil and how whack it is. Daredevil is super duper whack. It's kind of whack, like mustaches that are pencil thin. I don't know why dudes do the pencil thin mustache. That is a horrible look. If you are watching right now and you have a pencil thin mustache, stop it. That's horrible. If you don't match with your clothes, that's horrible. If you wear baggy jeans, cut it out. That's not a good look. Wear a shirt that's fitted. You will thank me later. Be a grown man. Get your look together, man. You can be a grown man and wear these shirts. Trust me, I'm in my house. I can wear these around the house. Will I go in public? Sure. If I need to go run to Walmart, if I need to go to Target real quick, if I need to go to Albertsons, I'll get something. I'll wear this. Cool, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm just saying. No thin mustaches, dude. And enough already with the beards. Enough. Cut it out. Stop all that. You think a woman want to be on you and you got a beard and it's all bushy? And you ain't going down and eat no cooch with that. How? She like, I cut all the hair off down there for you to bring back the bush? Come on, man. Stop that Moses look. Cut it out. Cut it out. Who's it? Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm bringing my boy Cyfax on.
What's going on, man? Yeah, no, it's all good. I was like, shit, he's probably not even seeing me in the background. Let me shoot him a text.
Hey, man, did you watch this last episode, dude?
Yeah. It took us, what was it, 35 minutes to get to the Punisher thing. And you knew he was coming for one, like just the name of the episode, like, it has like the military term in it, like the Semper thing. And then in their thumbnail on the Disney freaking website, it shows him in the goddamn thumbnail. I'm like, you guys like are super giving this guy away. And he has like the best scene, but all it is this whole episode. And actually these first 4 episodes have been basically resetting these characters back to what we already know them to be, like the first times we see them. So what are they doing? Like, we got to take us 4 episodes to get to this point. It's stupid. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's you know how to hit. Hey, man, send Sergeant Garantino the link, man. Who wants to join too, man?
I think I have
the link.
Saved up.
Let me tell you this. I didn't really, man. Everything that was on here, man. I really wasn't feeling, man. I really wasn't feeling at all, dude. It just was just super duper whack, dude. It just. And the reasons why I can tell you it was whack, because I was bored. I tried to stay engaged. Man, I paused it. I paused it a couple times, man. I just wasn't happy with this show.
Yeah, and the side story with the guy freaking stealing kettle corn or whatever that shit was, the salty corn. Like, who gives a shit about this guy?
What was that about, dude? Why not have turkey?
That's just that extra, like, that racism bullshit where it's like, hey, we got to have a black guy on here doing shit like this in New York. What's going on, Sergeant?
Yeah. Hi.
All right, Guarantee, what you got to say?
Yeah, I hear you, T. This episode seems to be kind of makes people go everywhere and everywhere. Kind of like they got to do some scenes just to check off some boxes and stuff. I mean, with the bars thing with Ben Urich's kid. And then with the, lots of other things going on, like the prisons, and as well as bringing up stuff like food stamps and stuff. I mean, what do they got? Yeah, I know. What do they have anything else to include besides stuff that everyone in the real world has to go through it right now? I mean, wow, my God.
I think the show is too bright. I think the show is way too bright. It needs to be shot with a darker lens.
Yeah, they got rid of the nitty gritty part of it where it's like, everything feels a little grimy and it's supposed to be in a bad part of town. And it's like, everything's lit up and you can see, don't get me wrong. I do like being able to see what the hell I'm watching. That's a plus, it's like, yeah, I can see what's going on, but
it doesn't feel
not really fitting it's not filling the atmosphere of what the first 3 seasons were like at all.
Yeah. No. It just it's not giving what it needs to give, man. And I think, like I said, I'm over here looking at the dude's waves. I'm thinking, how has he been in jail this many days and his hair and all this? He's all lined up correctly. Like, and
Yeah.
then
I don't think he was in there all that long. Like, I think he was supposed to only be in there for like maybe a day, possibly. But yeah, being lined up. I mean, the thing you said earlier was something I was gonna say when you first sent it to me and I was listening in. It was like, okay, yeah, if you got all this money to line up your hair, because dude, doing your hair nowadays cost a pretty penny, man.
Yeah,
But you can't afford freaking salted corn. Like what? It's like one of the cheaper snacks out there, unless you go to that. What is that? That Popcornopolis bullshit. Like, other than that, come on.
Oh no, Quinn, it's not Dark Shadows level, man. This is bad, dude. And you know what? I would rather them do this live as a soap opera. It will make more sense, Quinn. If this was Dark Shadows, man, I'd rather check in seeing that. Like, do a soap opera where you got just the nitty gritty of like characters going in and out. That'd be better than this. This is kind of this show is not. And shame on us for having a high expectation. But it's not delivering to me. It's not, the storyline is convoluted. You don't get the payoff to the end. The character that died last week, the White Tiger, he died.
He's thrown away within like what, the first 2 minutes of this episode.
Do you know that person died? Do you know he actually died?
Well, no, he died in real life, that's why people originally thought they might have tried to write him out. But when he died, like when they did the rewrites, I think he was already dead during they did the rewrites before he fully died, like fully passed away, which, hey man, that sucks and all, but I think they're trying to rewrite it into that to try to make it make sense. Right. And I believe even in the comics, like it's either his daughter or maybe even that niece becomes the White Tiger later, or White Tigress or some shit.
Yeah, and I guess that means Jenna Ortega's not playing Ava Ayala, since we've seen the chick in the show. That girl that went to Matt inside the building and got upset that her uncle died.
Yeah. She went to the morgue to go check on the body, and he didn't want her to see the body because.
Right.
Where's her parents at?
Yeah, it's like, why is this like a 9-year-old in here? Like, how old was she? What are you doing here alone? What's up, Ann? By the way,
wait a minute. You mean that Matt Murdock is a disabled person who can't get on with a dollar ride? He can't get a ride. Hey, I'm a disabled person, blind. Give me a ride. How is he getting where he's getting?
Oh, I mean, he gets wherever he wants to pretty damn easily because his powers are almost basically echolocation, but on crack. Like, I mean, you saw him do detective work in this, which I actually thought was kind of cool. The detective work, where it's like he's so good he can hear where the glass bottle goes, and he can assume, like, he put it together. Oh, a bike hit it, shot it down this way. More than likely, the trajectory of that would lead it over here. And then the ringing of the glass was ringing off of the metal. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I like how they show his powers in this when it does the sound, like the sound kind of drops out and you can hear him really focus in. I'm like, you guys are at least there's a couple things they are doing right. What the worst, and I think the most egregious thing about the show so far is the pacing. The pacing of the show is terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Like, we're not getting anything. Like, yeah.
What did you enjoy about the show? What did you enjoy?
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like the detective work part of it. Like, he's starting to kind of get back to his roots, but that's the thing. It's like we're 4 episodes in for him just to get back to where we already know where he could be and should be. And that's where we're getting to. And I know next week we're getting 2 episodes. So that makes me think one of those episodes is going to be really fucking weak. It'll probably, episode 5 will probably be even weaker. And then episode 6 will finally, there'll be some dope fights and stuff. Like the end of episode 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like to show you guys something quick. Let me show you something. If you guys remember,
while I whip this out.
Hell, yeah, something I uploaded. Check this out, guys. This is funny.
Hold on, man.
I think TS to open up on his end.
Yeah, that.
You gotta tell me the context, baby. You gotta tell me the context. What's that about?
Oh, that was a scene from the original Netflix DareDevil show where the Kingpin kills Leland for trying to kill Vanessa. With the Kingpin, if you've seen him in this recent episode where he got angry because someone leaked what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I mean, you all remember when the Kingpin in the original.
What you need to do is take the clip of him saying, "Hey, I'm not going to fire you," and then cut to that clip and have that guy getting thrown out the window. There you go.
That's good.
That's the clip you need. That's the clip you need.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think the show doesn't feel menacing anymore. And I think it's you know, they're coming back. They're doing what Disney does with member berries, man, and they just screw it up. With anything they touch where they do member berries, it's like, remember when you went to the movie theater and saw episode 9 and like they pull out that was Disney's Martha moment, where they pull out like horses on a goddamn spaceship and like, you know, like these things that they can't explain.
The only hope I have for this show is like they're gonna do a reverse version of what Disney normally does, which Disney when WandaVision and stuff dropped, right? So the first 4 or 5 episodes were actually they had a cool little interesting concept. It was like, what is all this about? And you were kind of intrigued. This is doing the opposite, to where you know the last 6, 7, 8, 9 of that show is like that shit fell off a rail. And it's like, what about if this show just does the opposite, where it's like these first episodes are kind of weak and then they bring it back around for the last half? It could be good, because that's kind of the rumor going around. People say that it gets a lot better towards the end. People who have seen all 9 episodes.
Who is smoking that crack, man? That is some stuff I want.
Chris Gore.
Dang, dude.
Oh, and Quentin, if you're in the chat, I do like to have you on for Daredevil next Wednesday, because you are into Daredevil, right? And I hope you're not going to be too much of a shy guy. And I do like to have Uncle T join me to talk Superman with other guests too. You know, I've been trying to get a hold of you, T.
There he is. He's plugging it. That's a pause.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Hey, man, you know I'm always down for Superman, man. Always down. Pause.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
I don't know when that one. I don't know what I'm doing that day. It's the day after April Fool's, right? So the 2nd. It's a Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah,
we'll see, because me and Hold My DualShock on Wednesdays, we're going to start doing we're doing a stream for Righteous Gemstones. I'm not sure what the time is. Tomorrow they're doing their first episode, but I actually have an early screening for that movie Ash, which looks interesting. It's supposed to be a mind trip, and it's like, I don't know, some type of sci-fi movie. And so I would normally be on there, but tomorrow, no.
Well, what I will tell y'all is I will be in Vegas, and I hope to meet y'all. Just come up, just say, what's up, Uncle T? What's cracking? And we're going to see y'all out there. I'm going to be out there. I'm going out there as a fan of you, a fan of me. Hey, I'll be there, man.
We'll be there that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So the meetup is Thursday, but I'm going to get there Wednesday, like probably late Wednesday. Just stay for a couple days, and I'm going to leave Saturday. I hate being in Vegas on the weekends lately. But like the last few times I went there, that shit sucks. I'm sorry. Vegas is whack. Worry. The only time I go to Vegas is for events now, just because I'm done with Vegas, dude.
Well, I've never been to Vegas because I've never been outside the Eastern time zone before, guys. I've only gone as far as up to Toronto, Canada, but I've never even
been to Canada. I've been to Mexico a few times, but never north.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You got this. Quentin probably gonna make it too. Jeff's probably gonna be there. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all. We're gonna have a good time, man. Uncle T. Hey, I'm not drinking. I'm telling y'all right now, I turned into a monster, so I'm not gonna do that. Pause. But
well, that's okay. Yeah, and that's okay, Cyfax. I was thinking of bringing Katie and Peter and Annie.
That was T saying that.
Yeah, Cyfax. I was thinking of bringing Katie, Peter on for another stream. Anyway, sometime in May after they're done with the reviews for these episodes of Righteous Gemstones, mainly focusing on the Pokemon games, Generation 2.
I haven't played those since Red and Blue, man. I haven't touched those games since back when like Game Boy turned into Game Boy Color. I think it was the last time I played some Pokemon. So
yeah,
I'm not that kind of fucking nerd. I don't know fucking Pokemon. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I was kind of raised around Power Rangers and Pokemon. That's when I'm 35, so that was like the perfect age when that shit was around. But I haven't played any of that in 20 years, 30, 25 years, shit.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of having you and the Dualies join me for to talk about Pokemon.
I mean, I'm
generally.
telling you right now, I want to be a good guest for that. Like they might. It sounds like Katie plays, or she knows something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking to.
I couldn't name you any Pokemon past 150 just because I grew up with it.
Don't feel bad, man. We had Pogs growing up, man, and I don't know what.
Well, I had Pugs, dude. I used to have a bunch of Slammers and all that.
Ah,
shit.
hi Hunter. I see him in the chat.
Hunter, what's cracking? We got you, baby. Jeff's in the house. Jeff A, man, I'm gonna get some TRT, Jeff. I made up my mind, man. It's happening. I'm gonna get these muscles back going. But hey, y'all came here for what we got to say about this Daredevil stuff. Y'all heard me go on a rant. You heard what Sci-Fac said. You heard what Sarge said. Hey, look, it's not what I expected, and I'm disappointed. And my rants are that I'm disappointed in what I'm seeing. I'm investing time, and I'm not getting my money's worth. And I think I speak for pretty much a good majority of people who are watching these things. It's like, wait a minute, you made me wait till 6 o'clock at night to see that crap? Agatha has more views than this, and I can totally see why. What do you think?
Well, I think the Agatha thing was also, they dropped a witch show during Halloween time. I mean, that alone is a smart idea from Disney, who's kind of known for Hocus Pocus and stuff.
Yeah. And they did not exactly alienate their audience as much as this Daredevil series have with the first episode. With
it's like killing one of your main characters that you said you're bringing back because we kind of all advocated for bringing back the original people, and then you basically get rid of the two other main cast members within the first episode. Within the first 20 minutes of the first episode, both characters are basically gone. Karen and Foggy haven't been in episodes. Foggy won't even get mentioned. Like he couldn't even say it, and he was crying like a little bitch in front of Punisher about it. And I was like, what is this, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, I hear you.
Joseph in the house. Okay, look, dude, I'm at a point. I'm so fed up with them, dude, because I feel like we're high strung. Like now, I feel like they're just teasing us till we get to the Thunderbolts, and then we're gonna get kind of teased when we see Remo Cornrow Iron Girl. I mean, like we're not getting. It's bad. Television is bad. Television is bad right now, and film is bad, man. So it's frustrating when you watch this. You're like, I'm waiting all day, man, and having high expectations, man. I never had these thoughts growing up when I was watching Transformers. Never had these thoughts watching G.I. Joe, man. I can't tell you which episode is whack, right? Because they're all interesting, and they're interesting for the whole 22 minutes of the show. This is not an interesting show when you watch it. It doesn't transition over into superhero movie. It doesn't have any. I don't think this is a Marvel. This doesn't feel Marvel to me, right?
Yeah, and the things that they're kind of focusing on, like their bigger parts of the episodes, are stuff that we don't care about. It's like this new guy with his theft charge. Like, why did we get like 20 minutes of that in this episode? The White Tiger stuff, if you're just going to kill him the next episode, why did we get so much about this guy? Like, oh, he was so great. He was so awesome. We don't even get clips of him doing any of the saving. We don't get to see him using the White Tiger powers or anything like that. We're just told this guy was awesome, and then they shoot him in the head. It's like, where's the show don't tell? They were like, no, we're just going to tell you he was great. He was fantastic. We swear. We probably have footage of it somewhere, but we're not going to show that. It's like, what is this? What are you doing?
This is a true statement. We are getting blue balled with this, man. I swear, like it just feels like, man, dude, like, oh man, I'm almost there. I never get it, man. I don't know why. Why for are you doing that to us, Marvel? Disney, I swear, man, Disney will ruin, man. They'll ruin the Sunday cake. They'll ruin the hog. Oh, I don't need hog moss, but they'll mess up a good pie, man, for nothing. Like, I think because the merchandising behind this isn't strong anymore, they're just throwing out what they can throw, man. Like this is definitely not an alley-oop, dude, at all. And it's a lame duck. Lame duck. I mean,
totally lame duck.
Politics. I don't want to see politics when I'm watching this. I don't. I can see if you were doing it like Justice League, how Justice League kind of they did that through Cadmus, right? But this isn't interesting at all. It's so not what the Daredevil of Netflix was. It's just a different beast. I don't like it, man. I'm not hiding that from y'all. I don't like it. Sorry. I don't.
Understood, T. Yeah, and it's just not the same.
Not the same, dude. And that's really weird. That's really weird on all of us because they prep you. And then after the show, what do you see? What's the first thing they pop up? Daredevil season 1 from Netflix. And you're like, I'd rather watch that.
I hear you.
I wonder how much the streams are on that show compared to this show right now. Everybody's like, nah, give me season 1. This is whack. This is Miller Lite. You know what I mean? This is Miller Lite version of Daredevil. I want the Miller's version. Just, man.
Jeff Fay says he's still banned from Twitter in 2020. That's a bummer. But hey, at least we know what he looks like since Cyphex brought him on his panel. Yeah.
Man, so I've been trying to say to Quentin in chat, hey man, if you just follow me on X, for some reason I think if I'm just putting the word X, it's blocking my comments, which I've never seen happen before. Maybe YouTube is being shit. Okay, so yeah, if you follow me on there and then I follow you back, then we can exchange messages. But you have to be like following each other because some people have it blocked. I think you might be able to just message me without doing that, but it's just easier that way. So
yeah.
Why would they block you? How could they block you from Twitter? And do you know what's on Twitter? Oh my God, man, Twitter.
Well, they're blocking Twitter because they're trying to fight back against all the Elon bullshit, and it's gonna fail. It'll get subsided. They do this shit all the time. There'll be random words all of a sudden you can't use because it's too much into the news system. Like, you know, you weren't able to talk about the vaccine bullshit. A couple of years ago, you weren't able to talk about that shit, or else it would just erase your message.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that, trying to contact Road Starts to follow me on X as well, but the algorithm keeps taking it down before I could even reach them.
How did that even exist? It's like
SWA. Long time no see, my friend. Hey, SWA. If you're there, I have General Grievous has arrived in the chat, guys. It's
General Grievous. Hey, what's up? We got love for you. You got my boy Pumped. You got my boy Pumped. Look, Disney. Would you say Disney destroyed Marvel and Star Wars? I don't understand that Lord of the Rings reference that you just made, but I would say probably. I am not a Lord of the Rings fan ever. All right, I'm not anime. I'm not an anime fan. I'm not a Pokemon fan. But if you are, that's fine, dude. I only know the Power Rangers Gen 1. That's it. That's it, man. That is
SWA. If you're there, be sure to tune into my live stream on Superman on April 2nd. And if you're I'll have T and others joining me on panel to talk about Superman and 7 other characters from his world.
Is that right?
Okay. Yeah. Brainiac, Supergirl, Silver Banshee, Lex Luthor, Metal, Lois, and Jimmy Olsen, and Superman himself. Those are the 8 I'm going to talk about. Yeah. Yep. 8 characters. And JWD is here too. And yeah, I agree with SWA.
Right. Okay. All right. Man, SWA, thanks for joining, man. Just like my boy, guarantee everybody, man. Hey, thank y'all. Please let us know in the comments how y'all feel about this episode, man. Or what are y'all thoughts, period, man? Or what y'all think is going on, man? Do you like the direction of Marvel? Do you like what we're getting in TV? Are you displeased? Or you say, man, I don't want to spend my money here?
So far, I mean, the episodes have gotten worse and worse, and because the next week is going to be 2 episodes in a row, I'm hoping we're going to finally get some actual action going on, some superhero shit going on, and it's like maybe they can kind of bring some of it back. But even at the ratings and everything, obviously this thing isn't doing well. I would say I'm not getting what I wanted out of it for sure, and I don't think we're gonna get any more. We're not going to get enough out of it to where at the end of it, I'm going to be like, guys, you got to rewatch it. It's kind of like when we were talking about Spider-Man, and it's like, at least Spider-Man pulled it back. That animation one, it kind of pulled it back on the last 2 episodes. You know, it was like, dude, those last 2 episodes are good. Those are actually a good watch. Like I said, you could watch 1, 9, and 10, and it's a decent little show. Don't watch anything in between, but they have some decent stuff in there. I'm waiting for this one to have some decent stuff in it, other than, sure, I did like the Daredevil Bullseye fight just because I want to see them fight anyways. But other than that, everything else has been pretty lackluster.
lackluster, dude. Like it's like I said before, it's not. The best qualities of the show are being ignored. It's way too bright. I don't know. They should go with a darker lens, really keep it very grounded, a lot of hand-to-hand combat. And I need to see the people who are known for being menacing be menacing, not this off-brand stuff that you're trying to give me now, man. It's like, dude, I mean, we're getting the Beyond Meat version of Kingpin. Not real. That's not real meat. That's pause. That is Beyond Meat.
We're also getting what you've talked about before too, which is the reluctant heroes. Not only are we getting reluctant heroes in this, we're getting reluctant bad guys. Like we're waiting for the bad guys to become bad guys again. Like Kingpin is like, I'm trying to be mayor. He's reluctantly trying to not be bad again. So we're getting both. Now instead of just a reluctant hero, now we also have reluctant bad guys.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting little touches on stuff like with that guy Muse. You've seen 2 scenes with the guy. You saw him at the very beginning of the episode. You saw him at the end of the episode. And there's a little hint. There's a little. There's little.
So cute, little Calypso is in the background again.
Yeah.
Sorry, stretching out on your TV screen too, Cyphex. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's what she does every stream. It's all good.
Yeah,
but and then you get little hints towards Muse and stuff like that, and that's all you've gotten from him. And more likely, he's going to be the guy from the bookstore. And I believe that is the first episode or the second episode. It's going to be that guy. I mean, he was already kind of told us that, but really? Nothing is surprising. Nothing is surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, when are we also going to get Mr. Fear to join us? And hello there. Hi there. Who do we got here?
Pretty sure that's Quentin.
What's up, man?
Ah, that's a different picture I see.
Yeah, that picture was at Toys R Us. It's a long time ago.
What year was that?
Let's see.
1957. Jesus.
Quentin
How old is it? Toys R Us?
Quentin II was probably 4 years old in that picture, so 2012.
You still had a Toys R Us out there. All the ones out here closed down a long time ago, man. I haven't seen one in a minute.
I actually used Toys R Us to potty train my son. I bribed him with toys. If he went a whole day without using his diaper, I would go to Toys R Us and buy him a toy.
That's one way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of looks.
T, you're jumping on DA's stream here in a couple hours too, right?
Yeah, in a couple hours, I'll be there for sure.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and Quentin, be ready to join me and others for Daredevil next week on my stream too. We're going to be talking about the character and others that are linked to him as well. And heck, I don't care if you're too shy, because you're into Daredevil, so I like to have you on too.
I'm into Affleck Devil and Spider-Man 97, the animated show.
Yes.
I haven't seen the animated show for a while, but whenever these shows come back up around, people start posting clips from them that I'm like, I do kind of remember that. And it's like, I remember that being awesome. And they still look okay for their time. They definitely have aged. You know, it's like even watching like X-Men 97, the animation is definitely aged, but the story still is good. So I don't know. I would have to rewatch some of that to have a better opinion on it. It's been forever.
I think the storylines in most of those older cartoons, if you go back and look at like the original, like 1980s Spider-Man and Spider-Man is Amazing Spring, those storylines are so good, and they got away with pushing a lot of but just good storytelling in the cartoons, and the animation made up for it too. So it was a combination that really good. If you want to see a really good show, Conan the Barbarian, you can watch it on Tubi. Man, I mean, it's solid. Every season is a solid show. I mean, so much so that they just couldn't do more with it.
Well, and a lot of those shows too, they used to be able to get away with they would show the violence, but it didn't need to be gratuitous. It didn't need to be extreme, and it still sold the idea of what all was happening. Right. Nowadays, it's like
they couldn't do bullets, but they could do lasers. That was their big thing. The lasers, because the lasers aren't seen as a real weapon. So that's why you're seeing a lot of G.I. Joe. They're using laser guns. They're not using bullets. Bullets are they can use knives too, but never knives to penetrate. Only to go. You know, they can use sticks. It was really big because they had Moms Against Violence or whatever, man. They didn't
How did we not get a pause when you said penetrate?
It's a pause. It's a late pause. Pause.
And remember, they messed up Morbius. They couldn't make him a vampire. They had him where he drained plasma because of that too.
Right. Great series,
through
man.
his hands instead of his fangs.
But it worked. It worked. Don't
Yep.
say it didn't. Don't say it didn't. I tried to watch Craven last night. Couldn't do it. It starts off on fire.
Yeah,
it's on Netflix now, right?
Yeah.
I was seeing it on there. I was like, should I rewatch it? Was it going to be better than I remember? And I'm like, I just saw it a couple months ago, and I remember how bad it was. Like, I'm not.
Dude, but the opening sequence, I was down for like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, when he breaks out of the Russian prison, it's like, oh, that's cool. Can we get more of that?
Yeah.
No, we went away from it.
Hey T, I know you don't play video games, but if you check out Craven from the Spider-Man 2 game, they did Craven fantastic.
Really?
So
I think I've seen clips of that. I think I've seen clips of him just being badass, man.
Just watch the cutscene on YouTube.
There's decent villains in the second one, but it's all the side crap you do in that game that really bogs that game down.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, Tyrone Magnus was sure having the time of his life when he was playing as Venom on that game. I mean, he was laughing like he was waiting for some excitement to come out and let off some steam. And boy, he sure was entertaining when he got some laughs and enjoyment out of playing. Yeah.
I
wanted to see if he could
watch the guy other than when he was on New Blackstreet, but I've heard of him.
Yeah, I wanted to see if he could interview Tony Todd to show just how pleased he was that he got some enjoyment out of the game, but he had too many followers. I was getting impatient, and then he shadow banned me eventually last July before I could send him a super chat. But hey, at least he still appreciates me on other platforms. And yeah, I was glad that Kata and Atreus got a hold of him too. I see him as Zack Snyder's #1 fan because of how energetic and excited and charismatic he is. And he had Snyder on his panel few years ago when the Snyder Cut came out. I mean, the guy was.
Yeah, I'm not interested in anything Snyder's doing at all. Like that guy, he's off my radar for a long time, especially after Rebel Moon. I was like, this guy is ridiculous. Like he can make things look decent, but God, what if he writes his own stuff? I'm not interested. Like, it's like, hey, Zack Snyder does this script from a writer I like. I'd be like, hey, maybe I'm interested again.
It's why I consider wondering if Sam Raimi should direct a live-action Superman movie that has the real Brainiac Viral Docs in it, and get this character done right. I mean, you've seen how he pulled off with the Spider-Man trilogy back when things were not as centralized as they are today. I mean, who knows? For now,
what has Snyder done that was good besides Watchmen and 300?
Well, Man of Steel.
What was it? Was it Day of the Dead? That's another one that he did? Or was it Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead, yeah. That 300.
Watchmen was awesome. Watchmen was one of the best.
Watchmen, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, Watchmen Extended, the Watchmen Extended Edition, yes. But that's the thing. He needs like extended editions just to justify the rest of his movie. Like,
hey, have you seen Watchmen?
Of course I've seen Watchmen.
Okay. Oh, I've enjoyed the Snyder Cut.
So what was wrong with it?
I'm not saying it was a long. It's from my understanding, it's a hard story to tell, right? Pause. So you're trying to jumble something in, man, that can't be done. It's sort of like superhero version of Doom. It's so big of a story. How do you tell? I think that he needs more room to tell his stories because he's painting this big canvas, but it only could fit in this amount of space. So when you watch the extended version of his things, they come out much better. You watch that at BVS. BVS, the extended version, pause. It was great, right? But when you went to the theaters and saw it, man, like I told you before, man, I wanted to throw a tomato at the screen. I think that
I hated it. And then my friend bought the extended edition and he was like, dude, it's so much better. And I was like, all right, let's watch it. And I watched it and I was like, yeah, it is. Like I enjoyed it way more.
Right. And it's just
It's watchable.
WB does things. It's not that I didn't like to watch. It's WB doesn't. Warner Brothers does not believe in its things. They for somebody who is old as they are, they don't want to change and be different. They just want to do the same old, man. And it sucks.
That's been the core problem with them. It's why we can't even trust them anymore. It's part of the reason why I agree with you, T. Yeah, they can't seem to give us good content out of DC anymore, like they did with the Snyder Cut of Justice League, even though it was released on the streaming. But hey, I'd sure like to see that day come when we actually see more progression in these live-action DC films. You know, with bringing out characters who haven't been used in live-action movies before, like Brainiac and Metallo and stuff, and not always the same villains that we keep getting out of films like Luthor and General Zod, as well as more of the same villains like Joker and Batman stuff all the time and crap. I mean, God, what in the world has happened? And I can't believe that the internet is divided over the Superman thing. Like, really, it's like the CIA infiltrated the whole of the fandom and helped to divide it in favor of these elites who are running the joint. It's insane, completely insane.
I think that what happens here is that most of these things are distractions from the reality of real world things, and you just want to get away, right? You want to get away. You kind of want to vacation on your thoughts. To say, man, I really enjoy this moment, man. It gives me joy, and But I think that a lot of these things are influential, right? They got to be influential because we're on a stream right now talking about it, and people have like-minded interests, man. You either love Superman or you don't like him, or you into this or you into that. I think because you can have a collective as a whole. It's hard to keep up with that because it's actually manufactured, right? They have to deliver on the content most of them had nothing to do with, right? And that's hard. That's hard for them to do those things, man. And be consistent.
Exactly.
I think that we're running into that with Daredevil because we're not getting a fast-paced show. Like Sci-Fax said before, we're getting a slow burn, man. Every episode a slow burn, man. Except for the first 10 minutes of the first episode.
First 10 minutes, and since then we've had one other fight scene, which was at the end of the second episode. That was it. That's been it. And this is about a guy. This is about a guy who's a blind, basically boxer who fights crime at night. Where the fuck is the fighting crime? Like,
right. And what was the deal with the chains from the? I mean, he turned into the lady from, like I said before, he turned into the lady from Kill Bill, Charlie Brown John. Like, like with the swinging. What was that about?
He's always had those like the batons that are like attached.
The batons,
like that.
But now you got the thing that goes. Like it just was. I mean,
it's kind of the same thing. It might have just been an awkward view of it, but yeah, that's the same thing that he normally uses. I think the other thing, and some people like it, some people don't, is like how he swings around to get to places, and he's using it, and it's like the CGI looks all like wonky, so he moves all weird, and then it shows him walking normal. Some people like it because it seems more like he's supposed to kind of almost move supernaturally because he has so many quick reflexes and everything, but after you've seen 3 seasons of the original one from Netflix, it just looks weird. It just looks awkward. It's like, this guy has never moved like this. What is going on?
Yeah, I know.
He acts like he's like invisible to everybody. Hey, that's the blind man on the stairs doing the crazy stuff again. Look at the crazy old Murdoch. Like it's hard to suspend.
Yeah, me too, Ann. Cavill was definitely the Superman we truly deserved.
What? What are you talking about? We're talking about
and
we're not talking about the chat, man. What's up? Not right now.
The chat said that?
He's talking about the chat, yeah.
Oh, Anna, hey, go ahead with that. Hey, I didn't know the chat was saying that. Chat has spoken. Go ahead, Sergeant.
Yeah.
Chat is king, man.
It's
number one rule of streaming is chat is king.
Yeah.
Chat is king. Chat is king. Hey, I told you I watched Man of Steel last week. Loved it, man. I don't think that this, from all accounts, what I've heard about this new Superman movie, it is a comedy. It is a comedy with serious moments. Am I going to like that? Probably. David Cornsweet would probably be fine, but I'm not going. It's not Cavill, right? And that's the part that sucks. It's not Cavill. It's not what we didn't get a completed version of Man of Steel 2, or it should be. We should be on Man of Steel 6, as far as I'm concerned. It sucks, man. It really sucks that we're at this point, right? And I feel bad. I feel bad for us as fans that they've turned a corner that we didn't want them to turn, right? I don't feel bad for James Gunn. James Gunn will be fine, right? Don't need to feel bad for him. DC doesn't know how to deliver. They don't know how to deliver consistency. And I doubt that there'll be a movie past this. I doubt.
Well, the most egregious thing is, like, you know, for a while there, it seemed like, you know, a bunch of fans are almost screaming into the void. It's like, these studios don't listen to us. They don't care. Now we have actual confirmation that they totally listen to us. They totally listen to a bunch of people out there. Maybe not our channels, not some of the smaller ones, but they clearly hear people like Nerdrotic. They hear people like Drinker. They're actually talked about in some of these writing rooms and all this stuff. And it's like, so clearly the fans are being heard, even to the point where, like, say with Foggy and Karen coming back, they heard the fans, they wanted them back, they got them back just to get rid of them. So it's like, yeah, we heard you, but fuck off, you know? And when they're doing shit like that, they're going out of their way to be like, oh, you want him back? Okay, let's also just, you know, say screw you again. Let's say fuck you twice. And it's like, what are you doing here?
Well, a lot of the things that do are very divisive. If you notice that, man, it's men against women instead of working together. You don't see those. You don't see real unified thing anymore. It's always you on this side of the line, you're on that side of the line. Nothing making things cohesive for people and your understanding. And I think because they're trying to pander to one audience, because that audience seems to be the future. But you know, you're not going to have no future without males. You need males. You need males to be with females. You know, so so we can have procreation. And I think the way they that's why you don't see any romance in these shows. You don't see any. You don't see sex. You can't tell me the last movie you seen that was sex didn't have an X as a rating. Like, there's no sex.
That or there's no female nudity. It's just like dick shots now. It's man ass and freaking dick on screen, and it's like, when did this become so prevalent?
Bro.
It's bad. It's real bad, man. And like I said,
it's just all over the place. I was like, dude, I just watched. It was like, so I watched White Lotus, which was ridiculous. This last episode was. People are like, it's so good. There's a funny scene. It's funny out of context. When it goes with the rest of the show, it's stupid. It's pointless. But just watching Walton Goggins react to this was funny as hell. The scene itself means freaking nothing to the goddamn story. And like, everything about that story is stupid. And you see a bunch more like naked dudes, and you see one chick take her top off. That's it. But then I watched something like it's like 1923 or whatever, and it's like, no, we show like good looking women. And there's like no man ass in it. And I'm like, okay, one show's doing it right. The other one is like, they're clearly catering to a demographic of people where, I guess if that's what they want. I didn't know this all of a sudden became a thing. Like, we want dick and balls all over the screen now. Like,
balls.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what they want all over the screen now. And it's like, when did this become a thing? In the last like 3 years, apparently. What the fuck?
Cyphex. Is Walton Goggins low-key S-tier TV actor?
Dude, he's great, and he kills it even in roles that he gets onto on movie sets and stuff. Like, he played that one guy in, what was it, Django, and he's like that riding around with the, like, I think he was part of that racist crew or whatever. But he was hilarious. Like, his character is always great. Yeah. Is that what his name? Yeah.
My first time I saw him was on Major League Back to the Minors. He was a home run hitter.
Oh, okay.
Who's that?
And the North is asking what I'm watching. I'm watching just literally what the new TV shows are. So like the big ones people are talking about, that's what I'm watching. And it just floods in, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what? I'm wondering what I'm watching as I'm watching it, because I'm like, why is this in this show? This doesn't need to be here. None of this needs to be here. Like, it adds nothing to the story.
Quick public service announcement. There's no S in Christopher Reeve.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah, that too.
I mean, there's an S in Chris.
Yeah.
This Joker is great, man. This is a great job. This painting is awesome. I've seen this on people's shirts, man. I need to give me a shirt of this. I like Joker.
I used to
man.
have an awesome Batman Joker shirt that it was a giant Joker shirt and it had like a bat symbol that it made it look like a mask. It's just ruined all hell and back. And I tried to buy a new one and the company shut down. I was like, shit.
Oh
Thing is
yeah,
awesome.
How about
SWA is from New Jersey,
How about the Joker in that new State
Yeah.
Farm commercial?
and
It's like it's the most
I remember.
comic accurate one we've ever got
yeah, I like to
outside
see
of
them do
video
it.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to see them do one with Superman, Brainiac, and other characters in that State Farm commercial too. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Better than what we're getting out of these crappy studios right now as we speak.
You hear that passion, y'all? That's passion. Now, why does that get everybody upset? Because that, man, because they're like, damn it, shit, man. I'm going to you. When I go watch something on TV, man, it's supposed to be my little recess, man. So most of the time for us, it's background music. You want to hear the dialogue. You want to hear the dialogue to say, man, okay, that's pretty cool, dude. You need that. But now, man, we get crap. I do believe in Walter Goggins, man. He is an improved actor, dude. You want more when you see him. Pause. He is a good actor, man. Him and Danny McBride is pretty good too, man. Danny McBride is a good actor, dude. And the Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah,
Oh.
Righteous Gemstones and Vice Principals, they're great.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down is fucking hilarious, man.
You got a
Tropic Thunder.
picture behind you.
Who got behind you? Who? Which one?
Said Tropic Thunder.
SWA says you have a choker behind you, Uncle T.
I do have like I
Yeah.
said, man.
He already
I
mentioned
see this on shirt.
Oh yeah, sorry, Cyphex.
No worries, man. No worries, man. I like joke. I like the villains, dude. The villains are what I because I want to hear their story on why they're being villains, man. You know what I mean? I want to know what drives. At least the villains have a purpose. This is my theory. And I don't like Star Wars like that, but I'll tell you this. The Empire ran it much better than the Jedis. You can see that in episode 7. We gave it to y'all in episode 3, and you didn't do nothing with it. That's what I mean. Like, okay, we gave you a run, and you still didn't do nothing with it. People still poor. They're still in raggedy clothes. You know what I mean? I got the $800 million flyer, but I'm in a straw hut house, a clay house. That don't make no sense. So I mean, like Star Wars has been had inconsistencies.
There's some pretty very suspicious shit that the Jedis do, like go and steal children and then like make them live with them and then tell them they can't have sex with anybody, but you got to live with us.
Oh,
There's some suspect shit going on there, man. That could be addressed. But
also, Uncle T, if you, I have
Jedis in real life would be put on a list. Like,
never mind. Oh, never mind. I was gonna show you the stream I got in mind for you guys, but I guess I can wait another time.
Yeah, we're not on here for that, man. So
yeah.
Hey, what about
actually,
Daredevil?
Sorry, that being said, I actually got to bounce. I got to take care of a few things before the DA stream, and then I'll catch you guys in about like an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. I'll catch you guys at the DA stream.
Catch you later,
see you, Edward. See you later, Garatina, and see you later, chat. Peace out.
Yeah.
Pete, what do you think about the Daredevil movie with Affleck?
I've only seen it once, man. I had a bootleg copy, man, when I was in college, dude. Bootleg, right there, the fish market sold it, man.
Yeah, and I finished watching it again on Disney Plus tonight. But my question is, if Disney wants a second season, how about giving us Mr. Fear and not the same old member berry crap? I mean, or are they really that too ingested with so much of their fucking fat in their brains and shit?
I gotta follow what you're saying. Sarge. What you talking about?
Oh, the Daredevil villain called Mr. Fear. You know, he's another interesting villain that the assholes running the studios keep ignoring and not turning their attention to. Yeah, he's a villain that you shoots fear, who shoots fear gas and dark.
So he's like the Scarecrow.
Yeah, he's like the Marvel version of Scarecrow.
And they're not going. They just got a cool name, Mr. Fear, man. You know.
Yeah.
But,
fighting the man without fear, known as Mr. Fear.
Yeah, that's just something else, man. That's something else, dude. I can't believe it, dude.
But with Disney owning Marvel, right? Netflix was limited in the characters they could use. With the MCU, think about it. If they started this season of Daredevil with him actually being Daredevil, all the fight sequences, that kind of stuff, they could have introduced any villain from any character in New York. And think about all the characters that live in New York for Marvel. They could have done anybody and had any villain of their choosing and had fun series like that.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to connect. I think it's hard to connect the dots with the characters they want to be. It's obviously a problem, right? Because they're inconsistent in introducing those other characters and other properties. You see it in the movies, you see it in the TV shows. Oh, you see it in the only time they don't seem to have a problem with this in the cartoon, right? We got that in X-Men 97. We got a bit of it in New Spider-Man. They just, it doesn't transition well where they're showing other characters that actually make sense. And I don't think they realize how big their fandom is. They think their fandom is some small thing, but it's really, it's a much, much bigger thing. We're talking about stuff that this is a global phenomenon that people are interested in these shows. It may not show up all the time in the streaming 7 million. That's not good, man, with all these people out here. But I think they don't understand. If you could say 7 million, let's say there's 2 people watching it. That means it's times 2, so it's really 14 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Can't imagine what they're. I can't even tell just how many people are actually still into the Disney Plus stuff and everything. But also, I can't even tell how many a-holes are supporting this garbage movie Guns got coming out in the summer. But what I do know is that ever since we came to 2012 of the Avengers movie, much of that movie magic quality has been disappearing. I mean, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance was the last Marvel film to actually feature actual movie quality, and you don't usually see folks at a studio shooting scenes of guys fighting each other on the roof of cars and moving vehicles on highways and stuff. You know, that fight between Ghost Rider and Blackout was awesome with them fighting on different vehicles on a moving road and stuff. Even though it seems like trash, it still had good fighting and stuff and like that. I mean, Blackout was a villain that came out in 1990, as the arch enemy to the Third Rider, Danny Ketch. Man, you should have read the first 3 issues of the 1990s comics, guys. It's really good. I just got a comic featuring those first 3 episodes last October, and I did a video of reading the comic on the 27th. The day you guys first brought home my DualShock onto the DA's panel.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a read along and a review of it, and man, it felt the storytelling felt solid in that comic.
Y'all check out Sergeant Garantina for that. Check it out.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm out of my element when it comes to. I'm not gonna pretend I'm like knowing what Ghost Rider does and all that stuff. But if you say so, man. But look, the only thing I'm not listening to is any kind of Pokemon stuff or any kind of Lord of the Rings. I'm not, or Harry Potter. I'm not into it, man. I'm sorry. It just is not. It ain't doing what it's doing. It's like Daredevil. Daredevil ain't Daredeviling. This series is. I don't think I'm going to watch this show beyond this unless it all comes out at once, because this is just not interesting to me. And I'm holding on for something that the payoff. That all I got to do is just fast forward to the last 10 minutes of the show. The characters are very inconsistent. Like I said, Kingpin is the problem because the show is. I don't even know what this story is centered around. You killed the main guy in the first 3 episodes. You killed him. You killed 2 people. Right? You killed Foggy, and you killed the White Tiger.
Hey, Foggy's not dead, bro.
Yeah, I know. But then they got this other thing coming up. We basically killed them off for this season, right? Then you got this new character that's coming out that looks just like the character that just got killed. So it's like, what? Why put him in as a villain? And he looks just like the one you just killed. And was that a porn they were shooting at the end of the episode? Because somebody was sucking. Something was being sucked. What is that? Is that a pause? What
I
is
have,
with that?
I have no idea, guys.
Man, that wasn't the pomegranate juice. What was going out of his body, dude? And you got the
T. Can I just change subjects real quick and ask you your opinion on the two people coming down from space today?
They didn't come down from space, man. They're in Houston. It's in water. All right, they're not in the goddamn water. There's no such thing as space. There is a dome above us that cracks, that chips every once in a while, and it's what it's called. It's blue ice. Blue
Dalton Fury and Greg C entered the chat.
Okay, what's up, y'all? What's cracking? Uncle T's got love for you. Look, I'm telling you, dude, it's blue ice. That's it. It's blue ice.
Yeah.
Blue ice for sure. Astronauts were not in. They're in a tank in Houston, dude. You want to know how you know it's CGI? When they get on, the girl's hair is flailing back and forth, right? The girl. But the one guy, he must have some crazy moose for his hair not to go up, flip up. I think he's like Asian or Hispanic or something, dude. He gets on there. His hair. And how did all those people fit in that plane fit up there to go there? They can get back like that? It took us, what, a year to get up there?
Oh, my God. Look who we got in the chat now. Someone with a long name just showed up.
Oh, yeah? Who is that?
Cuck ass.
Cuck ass. What's up, Cuck ass? All right. What else? What else y'all want from me, man? I got about maybe like another 10, 15 minutes.
So SpaceX didn't go rescue two people today.
No, they're in Houston. They did not go up there. They didn't go up there. Okay, who took the footage of the plane going into there? Y'all don't ever think who took the pictures of them docking from the far out? Was that a drone?
Pause, bro. You can't say docking without pause, bro.
Docking is not a pause. That's not a.
Look it up.
What'd you say, Greg C? Uncle T, I don't belt. What's belt? You gotta let me know, brother. Don't know what that is. Dude, like I said, dude, there's no such thing as space. I know y'all get mad at me. No such thing as dinosaurs. You know those dinosaur bones? They're just giant. I think they said it's like giant rhinoceros bones or something else, man. They're like, it's not what you think it is, man. Uncle was telling you the truth. One day, if they let me, you're gonna say, man, he was right about that, man. Just like this. How come the bad guys have Christmas off? They have 4th of July off. They have Halloween off. They have Thanksgiving off. They shop when we shop. So when everybody's out there shopping for Christmas, they say, you know what, man, we're not gonna mess with the Americans, man. We shopping too. You know, Easter, we're gonna celebrate Easter too. We're not gonna do anything on Easter. Come on, man. They get you used to these things, man, and you're not thinking like, wait a minute. So, oh man, you know what? The Americans, they sleeping right now, man. So we might as well just not do anything because they're sleeping. It's all theater. It is a big show, man, and you are starring in it. And that's it.
T, I watched a couple movies recently, old movies. One of them kind of recent, I guess. The other one, old as shit. I watched Ben-Hur, and I watched The Prestige. You got any opinions on them?
Prestige, I already told you, Prestige is a phenomenal movie, man. Phenomenal. What's the other one?
Ben-Hur with Charleston Heston.
Never will watch that crappy movie, man, again. I think I watched it when it used to come on for Easter. What, didn't it? No, that was the 10 Commandments. And Charleston Heston's a great, you want to talk about a great actor, dude? Watch him in Planet of the Apes. He is phenomenal. Vince, if you want to watch like some old stuff, watch Vincent Price, dude. You can find some on YouTube. Vincent Price, the Thriller voice. He is, must see TV. There are a bunch of band movies from the 70s that are on YouTube that do like there's some scary, I forgot the name of it, man. Super duper scary movie that's on YouTube, man, with like sacrifice and human, like all like crazy stuff that you would think this is made in the 70s and you can't find it in a video store. I wish I knew.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey man, I'll let you go. I'll holler at you next time.
Well,
I don't got time. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got time for that shit. You know, I'll holler at y'all. You know, I'll holler at you when you ain't fucking snoring on my shit. I ain't got time for that, man. Do your own thing, and I'll fucking do that. You know, I'm a grown man on here. You know, whatever. You know, let me tell you something, and I'm not one to be clowned. I don't play that shit. Hey, I'll holler at y'all a little later, man.